Andrew, I literally just got off of a plane and I'm sitting in the airport right now, and I just couldn't miss this because it's my number one movie of the year, and you gave the greatest performance that I've seen.
This is the life of Bohemia. Bohemia.
The movie kicks off with this ode to the dreaded 30th birthday. But by 30, you were incredibly accomplished. Never Let Me Go, The Social Network. You played Spider-Man once before. Was 30 a landmark for you? Did you feel accomplished at that point?
Oh, that's such a great question. I'm so happy you're doing this from your airport. That's absolutely hilarious and brilliant. I'm so glad to be talking to you. 30 was a moment. I feel like 40 will be more of a moment for me. Like, I'm approaching 40, and I think I need to, if I'm gonna have children and a family, I need to do it soon so that I'm not exhausted. But turning 30, it was kind of, it was a strange thing. For me, I had a period of time in my early 20s where I didn't know whether I was gonna make it as an actor, and I had a year and a half of waiting tables, of course, and doing all the things that you do, and nothing wrong with any of those things. But obviously, for me, my dream was something different, and it was definitely a tricky moment, a tricky time, and it took a lot of real soul searching and facing a fear to say, no, I'm going to have to try and spend my time. I'm going to have to stick to it. And I'm so glad that I did, because now I'm speaking to you in your departure lounge, or if you just landed, or whatever you want.
Yeah, in Charlotte Douglas, home of the Hornets. I know.
They're singing happy birthday. You just want to lay down and cry. Not just another birthday. It's 3091.
5 words: first-rate lyric and tune were all that Jonathan needed to keep going. Did somebody give you advice like that? Was there a positive review that you read that was like, oh, I can do this?
I mean, I love that moment, that mentorship moment, that tiny little moment that gives Jonathan the love and the fuel that he needs. And I think we all need that, whether we're writing musicals or anything else. We all need those little moments of mentorship. And I've had, thankfully, plenty of them in my life. The first came from a drama teacher in high school called Mr. Philip Tong, who saw me doing a silly school play and said, hey, I think maybe you could pursue this. And that was all I needed to hear. And then after that, you have, some, like, a hero of mine from when I was a kid, as a little skateboarding kid, Spike Jonze, seeing his buddy Mark Romanek's movie Never Let Me Go and asking me to come and do his little short film where I play a robot.
I would love to show you sometime.
Moments like that where you go, I'm on the right path. I guess I'm on the right path. And there are these people that I love so much that seem to see something in me. And I think we absolutely need that positive affirmation of someone who isn't a family member, just to go, hey, I see you, go come this way. So I'm very, very grateful for those Sondheim moments.
What is the benefit of having a director who's actually performed in the show?
Right, yeah, and even more than that, a director who kind of owes his creative life to having seen Tick, Tick, Boom at the age of 21, and it made him realize that he had to really start earnestly writing in the Heights. That's the crazy thing, is like Lin's connection to John, Lin's ancestral connection to him and his work is what made him the perfect filmmaker to make sure that we were all honoring John and his story and his soul.
I think the greatest acting that you do in this movie is reacting to the songs that the females are singing, the women are singing. Can you talk about putting yourself in that moment and having to deliver emotion without words, essentially?
Yeah.
Come to your senses. Come to your senses. Come to your senses.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. That song obviously is a big apex in the film, and for John, the imagined listening and absorbing and receiving Susan, the love of his life, singing this song is, it was no acting required in a way, because Alex is such a tremendous actor and such a tremendous singer, and that song is so tremendous that it was one of the most restful days I had on that set, because everything else, as you say, is like chaotic, and John's a whirling dervish, and he's always turned up to an 11, and he's always moving and creating and achieving. And then there was just this really beautiful moment of harvest that he got to just sit back and receive this love letter from his love that came through his own soul, that came from the theater muses, and it was being sung. But also that scene is very important because it's like he's realizing things about that relationship and about what needs to happen with that relationship in real time. He's getting so deeply in touch with his own heart in that moment. So all I had to do was get out of the way and let John be in that moment and hear that music, and let Susan kind of go into him via osmosis.
You make it sound so easy. It really is the most brilliant performance I've seen this year. Listen, I'll see you at the premiere on Monday. Bring Terry McGinnis. He deserves to go to the premiere with you on Monday. He was there at the beginning of this journey. He'll be there at the end. Andrew, I love you. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Okay, take care.
I appreciate it.